I get a lot of questions, people asking me, Cole, do you EQ first or do you compress first? And how does your mixing chain look like? I'm going to answer all those questions here today in this short video. So without further ado, let me play you the track first and foremost, and then kind of answer those questions. Let's play it.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Out here trying to fill my tummy, I was broke way too long, no money. Handing out CVs, same old black crepes, always smoking and looking all bummy. That's fun.
Alright, so that's all I'm going to play for now. Now I'm going to take you to the mixer where the majority of the work happens, right? So lead vocals, vocal dubs, reverse reverb, and ad-libs all rooted into something called the vocal bus, right? And the vocal bus is rooted into the master, and you can see the beat is also rooted into the master as well. So I'm going to solo just the vocals for now, so I'm going to mute the beat and just solo the vocals.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them.
Okay, so that's how it sounds like with the reverb, without the reverb.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind.
Alright, so the first thing I usually do is I usually put a little bit of a compressor onto the lead vocal or whatever it is. It does also depend on your situation. For example, if the vocals you received or whatnot, if you know it needs EQ, then hey, you're going to need to do the EQ work. But when I received these vocals, the EQ work was kind of already fine. I kind of liked it already, so I just added a bit of compressor. I just used the Fruity compressor here, just to kind of tame it a little bit. Even on the vocal dubs, I use this Fruity compressor as well. And then I went about mixing the rest of it. So on the vocal dubs, you know, I always use Ozen Imager 2. Then I like using a bit of a delay on the vocal dubs here, so you can hear that if I solo the vocal dubs.
Rise and grind, rise and grind,
just like that. Okay, so that's there, and I did the delay there, and Ozen Imager 2, just like this. The main thing is the vocal bus. So how do I go about actually showing the chain there, and how I'm going to show you how I DS. So the first thing I used is a compressor on the vocal bus. This is my favorite compressor that I like to use. It's my go-to compressor as well. I use that, and this is how it sounds like. And if I play it with it.
Rise and grind, wake.
Let me disable the master bus.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and.
So let me play without the compressor first.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind.
Now I put the R compressor on now.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
This compressor is kind of heavy. Then I use this F6 stereo, this F6 RTA EQ, which does this.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
So what I do, this R compressor kind of brings it to bass and makes it meaty and punchy and just beefy. It makes the vocals beefy. And then I use this EQ, this first set of EQ, to kind of just control certain frequencies and just remove certain frequencies there. Just a little bit, as you guys can see here. After that first round of EQ, I add another one. I add the REQ6, because this one gives it more of a polished shine effect. So what it does, this one's a powerful EQ, as I said, like just little changes and whatnot can mean a huge different sound in audio terms, in the audio land. So I use this EQ here, kind of rolled off the low end, kind of increased a bit the highs. I like this EQ when it comes to increasing a bit the highs, just to give it more of that shine and that clarity there. But also, you don't want to increase it too much. Otherwise, if you increase it too much, it's going to give a digital type of, too much of a digital sound. So this is how it sounds like with this EQ now.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
And then after that, I added this de-esser. So I usually DS after I've added all the EQ and the compression, essentially. And this is how it sounds like with the de-esser applied.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
Let me put the master thing back on, because you can't really hear it. Listen again.
Rise and grind, wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
You can see, basically, I set the threshold to where the vocals actually coming in, well, almost like the average point of where the vocals coming in, and then it kind of attenuates this frequency area here, and it kind of the type of DSN is a split DSR. You can also go to wide or split. I like the split one. Cool. Then I added some reverb here. I could possibly even go about reducing the decay a bit, because when you hear the vocals just isolated, it kind of sounds like there's a lot of reverb, but when you hear it in context with the beat, it actually does work out. So this is a reverb. This is how it sounds like. I'll play it with the beat as well.
Rise and grind. Wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind. Wake up 5 and I rise.
That's how it sounds like there. And I added this another compressor. So after I've done all of that, after I added reverb and DSN and whatnot, I added final compressor onto the vocals to kind of give it that warmed out sound. Because you can hear how it sounds like without this compressor.
Rise and grind. Wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
Alright, so then play with this compressor now. So I want to enable it. Let's play it from here.
Acting broke, but I'm next in line. I got nicked with my whole reload just for the wrong turning. I've been working since I was 16, so man can't tell me about earning. I would rise and grind for the little man check. Don't tell me I ain't determined. Jams was up till 6 doing graveyard shifts. Don't tell me we ain't deserving. Them man ain't putting no work in.
Alright, so this one kind of just gives it that. It makes it a bit smooth or warm. It gives that warm sound. This is the CLA-76, and that's essentially what I did on this track here. Yeah, so I tend to compress if it doesn't need to be EQ'd, but of course, if a track needs to be EQ'd, you do what you need to do. It really depends on your need. But this is how I usually kind of do it, and I tend not to really fill up all the slots that I have here, but it tends to just to be apply on the individual channel, because I like having individual channels, so I can apply something individually there and route that into the Vox bus. Then Vox bus each of these plugins here. On the beat, I added the F6 stereo and just kind of equalize some of the bit of the beat on the beat, because it's a 2-track.
Acting broke, but I'm next in line. I got nicked with my whole reload just for the wrong turning. I've been working since I was 16, so man can't tell me.
Just like that, a little bit there. On the master here, I added L1 Ultra Maximizer just to limit it a little bit. Then I added this compressor, this SSL comp here.
Acting broke, but I'm next in line. I got nicked with my whole reload just for the wrong turning. I've been working since I was 16, so man can't tell me about earning. I would rise and grind.
Just a little bit there. Then I added Ozone 9 elements here, and that's where I did the majority of the master here. You kind of see how it did here, kind of giving it that high-end boost there. So this is this track in a nutshell. If you guys want to check it out, link in the description. You can go and check out, give some artists some love. But let me play some of the track around here. And this was kind of like, mixes don't have to be so hard and so difficult. You don't really require so many tracks here, and that's how kind of my whole aim on this channel is, to enable you guys to become audio engineers, producers, beat makers, and everything else kind of music related. So I kind of want to enable you guys to do that, and I kind of just want to show you my process, and if it works for me, it's most likely going to work for you too. So let me play this final bit of the track, and then I'll see you guys out.
Kids on YouTube just gotta dumb that down. Show them stabbings and shootings, ain't gonna go get them that crown. Rise and grind. Wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line. Rise and grind. Wake up 5 and I rise and grind. Stack them notes and I watch that grow while I'm acting broke, but I'm next in line.
Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.